Alright guys, I already recorded my videos for this week. It is Sunday, it's the end of week 5, but I felt like this would probably resonate with people, so again, I wanted to, take you guys along my journey. I'm sorry, if I don't have any intro for this video, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but yeah, the whole point was to take you along this journey on my first bodybuilding prep. The good, the bad, the ugly, the ridiculous, whatever. I don't take myself that seriously, so as you've seen in some of the other videos. Anyway, so like I said, it is Sunday. Sunday is my I don't know if I want to call it heavy. It's my long legs day, I guess. My more intense legs day, because how my coach programmed it was that I like to work out on the weekends still, and I don't mind them being longer on the weekends because I have more time. So, and during the week, I don't have as much time. So, my mornings have to be very specific to time. Anyway, so that's how he has it programmed, that during the week they're a little bit shorter, 45 minutes to an hour. The weekends might be a little bit more than that, depending on how much rest time I take. Anyway, so we started this programming when I started prep. So I'm 5 weeks into it. And sorry, y'all fell down. The first week was a deload week, so whatever. And then the second week, it's programmed 2 to 3 sets. So I'll do 2 sets, and then the third week I do 3 sets. So I'm just kind of getting my stride with this. And I don't like this leg day. I don't know why. I don't have any issues with training legs. I don't mind training legs. I kind of like it. My other leg day, I am totally cool with, but there is something about this particular programmed leg day that I just don't like. I don't know what it is. Every other, I've been working with my coach for 8 months, somewhere in there, and I haven't felt like this about any of the programming. And I didn't know if it was just last week I was a little in my feelings because everything was feeling heavy. I think you guys saw that. So I don't know, but I just found myself not wanting to do this workout, at all. I don't know. I don't enjoy this one. So I'm going to have to let him know. Not that it matters. I'm still going to do it anyway, but he asked for feedback and he just extended my programming. But I think if there's tweaks that we can make to make it more enjoyable, we can. But either way, that's what was on my schedule for today. So I was already thinking yesterday I didn't want to do it. I was already thinking this morning I didn't want to do it. And even just in the middle of it, I didn't want to fucking do it. So I kind of wanted to talk about that because some people will look for every excuse that they can find to not do their workout, especially if it's one that they don't truly enjoy. And that's one of the things I always every time I turn, y'all fall down. Anyway, I always harp on is do something you find enjoyable because you're more likely to be consistent with it. Totally true. I don't have as many options right now because I am in contest prep and it's a fucking means to an end, but that doesn't mean that I can't, we can't tweak it to make it a little better. So that's a whole other issue. But I just kind of wanted to talk about, I could have not done the workout today. I could have half-assed it. you know, whatever. And I will see that with people where they're like, oh, well, I was just like, bitch, I'm tired right now. You know, I was tired beforehand. I was tired doing. I'm tired right now. It doesn't matter, I guess. And in my scenario, it's like, no one cares, work harder, because it doesn't matter how I feel. Feelings should not matter in this part of the space. Is that I have a program, I'm going to follow it. There is no negotiation to that. And I think that's something that, you know, especially when you're newer to the fitness journey, that might be a little bit more difficult, that the people will approach it as optional. Why is it optional? Like, it shouldn't be optional. It's not negotiable. You have a goal. You're working to hit that goal. It's not fucking optional. Unless hitting your goal is optional. Then you gotta be real with yourself. But, like, I guess I would equate this to, like, going to work, right? But I guess in our society, I don't know how well that resonates right now. But you get up in the morning on a Monday. You don't want to go to work. Do you get up and go anyway? I hope so. Why? So you don't get fired. So you can pay your bills. So you can provide for yourself and your family. So you have a place to live. Like, very few people I know are excited to go to work. And if you are lucky, good for you. But most people, it's either you don't really like doing what you're doing, or it's something you don't mind. And I think that's where most of us fall, is like, we don't mind what we do. Like, we're willing to do it for money. Okay. But, like, why is our decision tree different for our health and fitness goals when they're just as important as, like, our financial goals? Like, you get up and go to work so you can have a paycheck, so you can have, you know, a roof over your head and groceries and maybe some extras, you know, blah, blah, blah. But, like, why do you get up and work out every day? So I can be healthy, so I can meet my goals. And everyone's goals are going to be different, but, like, why am I choosing to eat a certain type of way? Why am I choosing better quality foods? So my body feels better, so I avoid chronic disease. Like, it's the same thing. You're doing something that sometimes can be annoying, work or health stuff, or maybe sometimes isn't what you exactly want to do in the moment, but it's a means to an end. So why is it negotiable? If the end has to be in your mindset, I guess, to know that I'm doing this so I can feel better. I'm going to work so I can get paid. Like, we should be approaching it, I guess, in the same kind of way. I don't know. That was like a whole ramble, but, like, I don't know. Why is our health optional? I don't understand. Anyway, I guess my point is, I didn't want to do it, but it was on my program. And it's on my program because I have certain goals, and those goals matter more to me than my fucking feelings. Because you know what? When I reach those goals, my feelings are going to be way better on that day when I reach my goal than they're going to be today when I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like it. Like, that doesn't help me. That doesn't make me feel any better. And you know what? Now I've done my workout. I'm ahead of my steps. I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway. And you know what? I feel good for having done that. So, anyway, a little bit of mental resilience there. A little bit of a tirade. Like I said, I don't even know what video I'm putting this in because I've already done my recordings for this week, but I'll insert it somewhere. Just my little rant. Practice mental resiliency. Everyone has the ability to get there. You have to practice. All right. Peace out, bitches. Okay, I had to share this. So I just got out of the shower. Obviously, my hair is soaking wet. I was putting on my pajamas. Can you see this? Oh, I don't think you can. ab veins. I don't think it's gonna, oh, there we go. Ab veins. Never in my life. You know, it's hard to see here. Never in my life did I ever think I would see ab veins.
2,000 years later.
Well, note to self, don't ever put your remote thermometer too close to the top of your broiler. Steak's done though. I think it's safe to say that I need a replacement. Yeah, there's that fine smell of burnt electric. But it didn't give me a mistake, so we're still good. Hello. I swear to God, I should call this like the car ride diaries, because y'all are always getting talked to while I'm in the car. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I just finished my upper workout. It didn't go well. It did not go well. My legs are sore. Not like incredible, I can't walk sore, but just sore, like where they were clearly used. And my upper body, and I know why, because I did legs on Sunday, then they like destroyed our legs at CrossFit yesterday. That's fine, but my upper body is feeling weird. Not exactly sore, but again, like used. I had my first posing session for the figure poses last night with my coach. Went really well. Actually, I feel like my body looks better in the figure poses. So we'll see. So that was fun to get that started. She's a great coach. I'm going to put her information in the description. But she does a really good job, like explaining, like, okay, envision this, envision that, and tweak this. So, and she does it all remotely. So, I really like her. Anyway, side note. So it's the first time I've been put in those positions, and we were doing it for a good, half hour straight. And it's a lot more intense than the bikini posing, at least for me. It's a lot of twisting of the thoracic spine to get like your shoulders facing forward, but your hips are facing to the side and everything. And then holding that. So I had felt like my right arm felt like, when you do like a really rough, like workout on a certain body part, like it feels weak and sort of like twitchy. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, so I was feeling that last night, like over in my shoulder area. But I was like, well, it's the first time I've been doing posing, like, whatever. Just went to bed. Woke up this morning, and I still sort of had that feeling, which, like, that should have subsided by now. So, again, I'm just like, whatever. So I'm doing my upper body stuff, doing my straight arm pull downs, doing my face pulls. Those were fine. I get to do the machine overhead press, and I legit can't push it up. Same weight I had last week, but like I would get to about, sorry, I'm going to step up here, and I'd have this like crazy pinch like in my lat back here. Like I could not push through it. Like it was stuck. I don't know if that makes sense. And I was like, that's weird. Let's try and shake it out, you know, blah, blah, blah. Drop the weight, try it again. Like I dropped the weight in half, tried it again, couldn't do it, same issue. Okay, drop the weight again, couldn't do it, same issue. I'm like, fuck. Okay, something's off here. I need to not try and force this because I'm going to get an injury. So, skipped that. Went to shoulder six-way, which is like you're holding dumbbells and you're doing like a side raise, a front raise. Couldn't raise the 5-pound dumbbells beyond my shoulders. Like could not do a front raise to overhead. So I modified and I just did front raises and side raises, nothing overhead. Tried to foam roll it a little bit, not really able to hit the spot. I've got a ball at home I'm going to try to use and see if my husband can use the Theragun on it. Maybe later today, I don't know, but something is definitely out of whack and I need to deal with it. So there's that. I just saw my chiropractor last week, and he said everything was moving pretty good. You know, he kind of tweaked. Oh my god! Every time I go over bumps, you guys move. He tweaked a couple things, but like overall, everything was looking good. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to see him again. I'm gonna have to reach out. So I've got a really busy week, also. So I'm not even sure when I can work it in, but I might have some time Wednesday. I don't know if I'm working a full day that day, so maybe Wednesday if he's available, but like I literally can't do anything overhead. And it's not even like just pain, like it's stuck. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's literally like something's not where it should be. I don't know. So there's that. I'm gonna need some help with the thoracic spine mobility because it is quite a bit of twisting, and I've been having a lot of tightness in the thoracic spine anyway from like all the shoulder and back work that we've been doing. So yeah, hopefully that'll help. I will give you guys an update on my suit. I need more time to be able to go into that, but I had to hurry home, so I guess it's good that I had to cut some of those exercises short because my son got himself detention. So he's doing morning detention, not swim practice, and I didn't really give him a hard time. So he was in art class, so it was an elective, like whatever, and he was doing something for another class basically, but he had to like pull up a video or something to do whatever assignment it was, and he got in trouble because he wasn't following the rules, and so he got detention. And he was like, I just don't want to make a big deal out of it. Like, okay, that's fine, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. I get where you were coming from. I like to be most efficient as possible, and if the art lady was jibber jabbering, I probably would have started working on something else too. That's literally what I do at work. But I was like, there are rules, you have to follow them. You didn't follow them, you need to serve your detention. Lesson learned. So he's just like, yeah. So I have to not rush, but I gotta get him to school earlier so he can serve his detention. His first one ever. To throw him a detention party. Anyway, I'm pulling in, so I gotta get going. I'll check with you guys in a bit. Well, I'm Mom of the Year. After having to take my oldest child to detention this morning, I get home from work just now. I walk in, calling my daughter. I'm like, where is this? Yeah, she's not home. Took me a minute, and I'm like, I get a text message from her. Aren't you picking me up? Yeah. I was supposed to pick her up and her friend from art club. So now I'm back in the car, going right back where I came from, because I literally work across the street from the school, so I can go pick her up. And I've got a board meeting tonight that I'm not prepared for. And I spent most of the day coaching my employees and then trying to close the month, but I can't because stuff doesn't match and it's an ongoing issue, and it's just not working. And this is where I'm like, this is why I don't like to delegate, because when I do, stuff's not done right. And then my brain gets so full that I forget my child. So, I don't know. Mamas out there, please tell me I'm not the only one, right? Like, this happens. She's fine. I'll be there in 5. But, like, I don't know. Having a great day. Okay, so I just want to document I'm wearing regular clothes. I don't just wear activewear and scrubs. Today is my day off. My kids have a half day at school. So I'm getting a bunch of stuff done. Taxes. I had an awesome coffee date. Not really coffee date. Coffee meeting with someone that is local here that is also very like-minded and trying to build her business too. But anyway, I just took off my waist trainer, so I have some marks on my stomach. But I had a new low weight for my prep, 129.6. I have not weighed in the 120s since I was very, very symptomatic with my Hashimoto's. I was hyperthyroid for a while, which meant that my thyroid was overactive, which meant I was losing weight at a very rapid rate without trying. So these jeans I pulled out of the archives. This is also why I don't ever throw any clothes away. But yeah, we are at 129 and these jeans are actually a little loose. So, I wouldn't have even been able to button these a couple months ago. So that's kind of cool. And I don't have to buy new stuff because I kept the old stuff. So yeah, actually I want to show you that. So don't mind my closet. It's a little messy. So these are my the jeans I had on here, and I actually labeled them as, oh, maybe it fell off, current in the size. But up here, I have other size ones, bigger and smaller. So I pulled the ones I'm wearing out of that. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. I got lots to catch you guys up on, which I will hopefully do a little bit later today when I'm done with my calls. All right, guys, we're gonna do a little catch up here while I am getting some steps in. It's 4 o'clock and I'm only at like 3,000 steps. I have to get to 11. I know. Let me adjust you guys here for a sec. I don't know. I guess it's good now. Anyway, so today is a rest day for me. Anyone else out there, first of all, find that they're busier on their rest days than their other days? Maybe it's just me. So anyway, it's a rest day, no workout. Still have to get my steps though. And I actually had today off work because if you've watched my other videos, I'm basically at my max PTO. So if I don't take a day like every couple of weeks, right now, I'm gonna lose my PTO, and like, bitch don't want to lose her PTO. So trying to take random days when I can. The only problem is I still have the same workload, obviously, so I was like working until 9 o'clock last night. That was annoying. But anyway, I digress. So because it was a rest day, I didn't have to wake up early. My son didn't have morning swim practice because they don't have them on Wednesdays. I was going to drive the kids to school because I hate taking the bus. So I was going to get up at 7 and like drop them off in my pajamas. Set my alarm for 7. And 5:30 I get up to pee. So I'm usually already up by then. And after that I kind of like toss around a little bit till 6:15, and then I was like, fuck it. Just get up. And I was kind of annoyed because I really wanted the extra sleep. But I also knew I had a lot of stuff I wanted to catch up on today. So that's that. I got up, got dressed. I put on real clothes, like jeans. You know, obviously brushed my teeth, did my makeup, whatever, got the kids breakfast together, drove them to school. I went to the UPS store, which I'll explain that in a minute. They don't open until 8. So I came home, had breakfast, started doing some work for my business. So like I have to update stuff for my taxes because it's, you know, tax season. I have deliverables that I needed to get out to some of my clients. I had 2 new client calls. So I started working on some of that stuff. But I had a 9 o'clock coffee meeting set, so then I went out for the coffee meeting. Great meeting. Lasted a little longer than I expected, but it was good. Went back to the UPS store because, again, I'll get into it, but they weren't open earlier. So I go back to the UPS store to take care of that, come home, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to dive into some stuff. So, taxes, blah, blah, I don't know. First of all, is it just me or is doing taxes fucking depressing? Because I feel like I just need a sign that says you're welcome that I just wear out in public for everyone, because I worked my ass off with 2 jobs plus consulting, and I'm just handing money over to the government hand over fist. It's super frustrating. I know y'all are with me, but it's like, I don't know, it's annoying. I'm not going to get political, but it's just fucking annoying to watch your money go out the window to taxes, and then as an employer, like, you can't find people who can do decent work or even show up. So anyway, I'm not going to get on that tangent, but so my kids had a half day. I was so looking forward to getting all the stuff done and having an empty house, but basically my morning was just crazy busy. Kids had a half day, so then they were home. I don't know, I was just taking care of stuff. So I was doing a lot of desk work. So yeah, it's 4 o'clock and I'm insanely behind on my steps. But also, yeah, it's supposed to be my PTO day and my rest day, and I am busy as fuck, like, doing all the things. Like, I'm knocking things off my list, but it's kind of like I'm knocking things on my list, and then as I do that, I'm adding things to my list because now there's another step and another step. So it's like, it's just a never-ending list. But anyway, yeah, so, shit, I forgot what I've told you when I haven't told you, because I've, like, recorded random clips already this week, and I don't remember what they were about. So, shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna think about that. And I'm gonna have to get back to you guys. Sorry, down the blank. Fucking struggling. I don't know if this is blurry, but whatever. I'm on my way to pick up a child from a practice. But first, I'm leaving my chiropractor's office. He is wonderful. I'll put his information in. But my posing practice from Monday, which was the first time that I did my figure posing, it went well, but figure posing is a whole different ball game, y'all. Whole different ball game. Lots of twisting and holding of things and whatever. So, yeah. I already told you guys about this. So basically, it effed up. My right lat was sort of like, I don't know what else to call it, like jammed up. I didn't really realize that was the issue because it wasn't hurting. It just felt like my arm felt kind of weak. And then when I tried to do my upper body training on Tuesday, there were some movements like the overhead press. I literally could not get it above my shoulder really at any weight. It was just really weird. So I was like, what the fuck? So basically, I don't know. It was tight. Really, really, really fucking tight. So went to see him today, and he basically was like, yeah, your ribs are not moving well on that, on either side actually right now. And so he did some things, popped some things. We tested out with some dumbbells that he had there and kind of went through ranges of motion. He did some dry needling of those suckers. Woo! Okay, first of all, anyone who's scared of needles, first, you don't have to look, but they're so tiny and thin, you truly do not feel them going in your skin. The only thing I felt was, like when he got into one of the really tight, sensitive areas, I don't know if I want to call it a pop. It wasn't like a pop, but it was like a, I don't know, maybe it was a pop, I don't know. It didn't hurt. It felt like almost like a bubble gut burst or something, but not in a painful way. I don't know. Sorry, I hit the gas too hard. I don't know how to explain it. I'm probably sucking at that, but I hope I didn't scare you guys. It actually felt good. So then we retested doing some of the overhead press, and it was going smooth and stuff like that. We went through some serious lat stretches that I need to be doing, and then also like T-spine mobility stuff to do before and after I pose, so that I don't continue on this path of re-aggravating it and stuff. So shout out to him. That was helpful. I really appreciated it. He's so good, and I always give him last minute notice and he always works me in, so thank you, Grant. So that's not my low, obviously. I wasn't concerned that I was hurt or anything like that. Like, I knew exactly what was going on. I basically twisted it into a bundle. So anyway, what I mean by low is, I told you guys like yesterday I was supposedly off, but basically working from home with, you know, my business, my clients, taxes. Is the amount of money I'm paying in taxes is stupid. It's just stupid. I digress. So anyway, I had that. I was running around literally all day. I got up before my alarm and was go working till like 9 p.m. last night, and I still had to get my steps in. I still had to do my posing. I still had to send my posing check-in to my coach. I still had to wrap up a few things for a client that was already running behind, and she was great about it, but it was like 2 days behind. Then I got a text message from one of my friends who referred me to someone, and I had it in my calendar to reach out to this girl, except I put it on the wrong fucking Sunday. I was supposed to check in with her this past Sunday, and I put the reminder to check in with her on next Sunday. So when this person reached out and was like, hey, I just want to follow up, were you able to touch base with so-and-so? I'm like, what the fuck? I totally screwed that up. So, you know, obviously I pride myself on giving my clients like the best service I can, the kind of service that I want. And yeah, I was really disappointed in myself. She was cool. I explained it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I put this on the wrong day. Like, if you want to reschedule, this is when I have some time, blah blah blah. So we're fine. We're gonna talk on Friday, but not a very good first impression. So there's that. So I'm beating myself up over that. Oh, I had to cook food last night. I had to cook more of my breakfast stuff. I cooked a whole bunch of like chicken breasts. I was working that in between all my calls. It's just a lot. So I didn't feel like I got any, it was a rest day, but I didn't feel like I got any rest. I was actually feeling relatively stressed. Didn't have a good sleep. It was like only a 37% recovery. So that never helps. And then I get to work, well, no, not even. So I go into my workout. I was doing more stuff on my phone while I was doing my, 10-minute warm-up walk, which without all of a sudden I looked up and it had been 20 minutes that I was doing stuff on my phone while walking. So I'm like, fuck, I'm 10 minutes behind. So then I'm doing my stuff. And it was pouring rain, and I was like, I'm feeling bad. I don't want my kids to be standing out in the pouring rain waiting for the bus. Like, if I hurry up, I can take them, but it's, again, like, rush. So, I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, if you want me to drive you, like, I need you to do this. I need you to feed the dog. I need you to get this ready, blah, blah, blah. So they did, but it was literally like I got home. I didn't even change out of my gym clothes. I literally just washed my face. I grabbed some concealer and some mascara and brought it with me to do whenever I got to work or whatever. So I dropped them off and I get into work, and I don't know if this happens to you guys, but it's like as soon as you walk in, the shit hits the fucking fan. And because I wasn't there yesterday, apparently everyone decided to keep everything to themselves so they could tell me today when I walked in. And like, I don't even have my coat off, and it's just one thing after another. Just one thing after another. And I think the part that's frustrating is it's not process issues, it's people issues. And it's exhausting. People are exhausting. Like, so-and-so said this and that made so-and-so feel bad, or they're trying to do this but and so-and-so, it's a lot. And we're working on a new pay for performance program, so I'm meeting with literally every single employee and reviewing it and talking through it, and each one of those meetings are like an hour, so I'm working my way through the staff as I can. But I had 3 of them today in between all this other stuff. I don't know, I just feel like I'm bouncing from like one thing to another, and I could feel myself like short breathing and like raising my shoulders up, and I don't know, just feeling stress. Then like I was in a time warp. I hadn't gotten home to let the dog out. The dog sitter's off today. I don't know. This is the realities of being a working mom with a business trying to do bodybuilding. Except the bodybuilding isn't really the thing that's the issue, but it's like now I'm stressed out about being stressed out, because I know being stressed out affects how well my body is responding to our prep and my workouts and stuff like that. So now my crazy ass with a lot of anxiety is stressing out about stressing out, because that's what I fucking do. Are you with me? Do you hear me? Is anyone else have this fucking problem? Is it just me? I don't know. So there's that. My daughter, in the midst of whatever was going on this morning, sends me a text message that she wants to go to the mall with her friends on Saturday. Now let me be clear, we are not a mall frequenting family. I have not been in a mall in a very fucking long time. I don't even know. I order from Amazon or other websites. I don't go to malls. I don't do it. I don't go to malls. So this is odd. And then first of all, I'm like, what mall, what friends? The mall, she said, is a mall that's 40 minutes from us. There have been shootings at this mall, and it's known that this mall area is seeing increased crime. I really don't want my 12-year-old, my 6th grader, hanging out there. Then she informs me of which friends these are. One of them I know of, one of them I've never heard of, so that's an issue. And I'm not going to get political about all this, but one of the friends is a 6th grader who is transgender, and I have no issues with my daughter being friendly with this person or anything like that, so please, you guys, don't hate on me or anything, but I don't know very much about, I haven't met this friend of hers. I don't know much about that. I know that they talk on the phone when they're playing, like, their video games, and, you know, like, I hear their conversations. There's nothing, like, that I would be concerned about or anything like that, just like any other one of their friends, but I like to know my child's friends and their parents, their families, like, so it really doesn't have anything to do with the fact that they're transgender, except I'm just sitting here thinking, I never in my wildest dreams thought this would be a conversation I would be having with my 12-year-old about this. It's just odd. And so, no, I don't want her hanging out at a questionably safe mall with one friend I don't know, one friend I barely know of but have never met, because I don't know what they get into, and that scares me. Alright guys, I don't really have an outro for this video, but I will go ahead and put a couple clips of my posing practice here. But I just wanted to leave you with, this was probably the first week of the prep that was a little bit rough. I think it was mostly due to life, not really due to prep, but I know I referenced talking about my suit situation. I am actually going to cover that in the next video because this one was already getting kind of long. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you here, and hopefully next week is a better one.